Research that matters on the Smart Chiropractor Show. Welcome. That's where we are headed right now. And our Research That Matters segment is all around highlighting what our smart chiropractors are doing to teach and invite consistently. If you've been following along, you probably know we think about marketing on our annual calendar, then we look at monthly campaigns, weekly topics, and daily posts. Right now it is May, so our monthly campaign has been all around posture, the science of body positioning, and our weekly topic is the surprising link between posture and depression. And I want you to keep in mind, when we bring up these weekly topics and these monthly campaigns, these are really designed to, as I like to say, help you proactively answer the questions people in your community have about their health. The more that you can proactively answer those questions, the more trust you'll build, the more people will like what you're talking about. It's a great way to be helpful. It's a great way to be a doctor, a teacher, and an educator. We know posture is one of those core tenets that lives in and around our chiropractic practices. And this weekly topic is around posture and depression. Yes, we have talked around and about tech neck. Yes, we've talked about ergonomics. However, there is something very real between that intersection of psychology and physiology, and understanding some simple tips. And this is not to make you into a psychiatrist or a psychologist by any stretch of the imagination, but really to be able to offer practical advice that can make meaningful changes in people's lives. And we see this time and time again, that confident posture, it can really make immediate changes in our psychology, in our mood. And that's a very, very powerful item. And I can tell you, I think about this like a pyramid. If I go right to the bottom of the pyramid, if somebody has a segmental challenge, they're unable to move correctly, and they're naturally defaulting to a depressed posture, that's not good. So at the bare minimum, helping people move, remain pain-free, stay optimistic, and coaching them potentially on stretches and exercises they can do to more easily maintain a confident posture is a great way to impact people's lives just beyond the pain relief alone. And with the proliferation of tech neck and the phones and the tablets, and with the amount of time we're spending on computers, commuting in a car, this is more important than ever. And helping people understand, as mental health has become such a big topic in the worldwide society that we live in, which is an important topic, there's a meaningful place where I believe us as chiropractors can really work and help people stay more optimistic, help people stay more positive. And yes, that can come down with all the words that you say and the interactions that you have and how you position yourself, but also through their movement patterns. If movement was not important enough, now it plays not only to how somebody can go through their hobbies and activities, but how they are psychologically getting through the day. It's an important place for you to be able to lead the conversation, because also, as I like to say, if you're not leading that conversation, who is? This is an important topic. I can guarantee almost nobody in your community is talking about it right now, but these are questions people in your community have about their health. Jason, I love this topic. It is a little bit nuanced, but I believe there's unbelievable power in that nuance.
You know, the nuance actually is the opportunity, because if it was completely defined and everybody understood it, and it wasn't sort of wide and has really a variety of different ways to talk about it, then you wouldn't need to talk about it. You know, I think posture, and I'll even add this conversation around whether it's depression or mental health in general, I think those are two of the most popular and important topics people are talking about actively or thinking about not actively, but internally. And here's what I mean by why. You touched on it. I'll dig a little deeper on it. You know, chiropractors, I think, if I can just be blunt because I am one, have gotten a little bit lazy. And now, don't get offended. Here's what I mean by that. And if this isn't you, then great. But many chiropractors sort of leave the work to let me wait until somebody's looking for a chiropractor, going to a search engine, typing in chiropractor and your town, and that's when they're ready to come to your office and get care. But the reality is, it is far before that time that people go, maybe I need a chiropractor, that they should be hearing from you. Now, should be hearing from you about what? They should be hearing from you about the things they're thinking and they're interested in. Posture is one of those things. Now, they may not go, oh, I'm interested in my posture, but I don't know a parent out there that's not concerned about how their children are on their devices, either their phone, their tablet, or their desktop or their laptop. I know there's no parent I know that's not concerned with how much time their child or children are spending in front of some sort of screen and the position or posture that they are actually in. In fact, it's not uncommon that just about every household in America and even worldwide, let's just talk about America, that actually is guilty of doing this. Well, that is a conversation that you could and should be having with people in your community. Why? Well, everyone's doing it, and I'm not saying that's a good trend. I'm saying that's a bad trend that you should be talking about, because the impact of that forward head posture, and as Jeff mentioned, the depression posture, I could sit in a particular way and you could tell me how I'm feeling without me saying anything. I look at people like Tony Robbins, who's been talking about posture and how your neurology is trained to feel what it feels based on your position. So if you're tall and tight, your mind is trained to think that that's excitement. If you are bent forward and staring at your phone all the time, then your body is trained to feel a sense of closure or depressed. That's what it is, literally and physically. You look at people like Jordan Peterson, who's very popular now on the internet, who wrote a book about the 12 laws of life. And it's amazing to me, coincidence, call it what you want, validation is what I'll call it. The number one first rule of life, according to a clinical psychologist, very well educated, very well researched, is to stand tall. Why? Because that's how people perceive you, but that's also how your mind and your brain perceives yourself too. It all starts with your posture and then leads into the relationship of your posture and mental health. After this insanity we've just gone through, hopefully we're at somewhere close to the other side. We'll see what happens as time goes on. But the concept of mental health is a conversation many, if not most people are having and asking, whether it's for themselves, a family member, a friend, a coworker, a colleague. It's an issue. And it's an issue you could be talking about and in some cases helping to solve or resolve. Why? Because sometimes your mental attitude has everything to do with your posture, your position. And I like this topic so much, Jeff and I, we created a program called lookupamerica.org for exactly this reason. These topics each and every month that we highlight here under Research That Matters are designed to be a way for us to give you a monthly campaign for us to share content on your behalf with your audience via email, via social, via the video in your office. But for many of you, there are some of you that go, great, thank you for handling that for me. There's others of you that go, thank you for handling that for me, because now I have an easy way to teach people more about their health, about their well-being. Now I have a way to get in front of people, and I don't have to do the work and the research and the graphic design and the editing and the grammar and the speech writing and all that goes along with teaching people effectively about scientific topics that have research behind them. That's all done for you. So if you're a content creator, as we call you, and you are looking to figure out, what should I be talking about? What should I be sharing? I want to build my audience. I want to get more viewers. I want to get more engagement. I don't want to just do the advertising. I want to build what we call a health tribe, a large following of people you can communicate with for free. No money spent on advertising that you can connect with through your email, through your social, and when they get in your office. Then using these types of tactics that we put together here for you at the Smart Chiropractor is the way to go. This is one of those all-star topics. It appeals to lots of people. I'll say almost everyone. In fact, I'm not sure I can think of anyone it doesn't apply to. So if you're looking for ways, if you're looking for opportunities, if you're looking for excuses and reasons to be able to reach out to more people and elevate their mood, and their bodies. And posture is the topic. Mental health and its connection to posture is a phenomenal way to enter people's conversation and help them with things they don't even know that you can help them with. And that's the beauty, and that's the point. That's called learning. And that's why we always recommend that you think about teaching and inviting consistently. Why? Because most people are not going to go to a search engine, type in chiropractor my town for many other things besides the obvious musculoskeletal conditions that people think that we can help them with. And yet you and I know there's so much more. Well, how are they going to know there's so much more? Answer, we're all going to work together to share those ideas with them by teaching and inviting consistently. This is a perfect topic to do it with. Jeff?
Yeah, anybody listening and watching, if you'd like to learn more, head over to thesmartchiropractor.com. Again, that is thesmartchiropractor.com. We build all of the campaigns as well as having all the automation tools so that you can get out there, so you can fill the holes in your bucket, as we like to say. You can teach and invite consistently. I don't think there's anybody listening or watching that would argue the fact if you were constantly and consistently communicating great information to the people in your community and the people on your email list and your social following, that your practice wouldn't be better for it. So if you'd like help with that, head over to thesmartchiropractor.com. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Smart Chiropractor. To not miss a single thing that's clinically oriented, marketing oriented, or more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel today.